Any last minute changes I want to do? Should be fine. He's relatively fine out of the box. The extra strength on Neph is nice. Do I have... Oh no, I used an extra seal on... There we go. Perfect. One second, please. Sorry about that, accidentally popped my mic too far. Alright. Go ahead and start her up. Like, using his cape as a blanket to sleep will always be funny. The day in full. Oh, I think we get to see a little sneak peek of Jill and Hart this chapter, which would be nice. And we also get the Hart. Is that Hart? Terrible with the names, I'm still not gonna lie. The seer is a man you can trust. Sure, Randolph, we'll believe that. Let Ike say damn. Oh, you can see some of the worst of people here, and I love it. Yeah, enemy phases can be a little ridiculous in this game. I never minded it too much, though. Flash is probably the worst of it. Even then, never bothered me too much. And we are going to ignore all of that advice so that I can get diehard easier without having to worry about BK coming up from behind. Absolutely murder. Wolf dropped for Mordecai. So I'm pretty sure even untransformed will take no damage from most of these guys. Yeah. Perfect. Kieran, Oscar, Titania are gonna pick up this here. Void, Rom, so he can grab that. Pretty decent squad to hang back and deal with these guys. We should be good to go. Say what you like about Nasir, he's a pretty man. I like that McCoy is actually just kind of a decently smart character here at the start. And then he immediately makes it a horrible decision. And that is going to get him and all of his men absolutely bodied. Mostly by Titania. Man could have had the easy win. Prevented all this from happening. I'm gonna be honest, Ike, we're not gonna avoid conflict with the local vigilantes. I have a very handsome man to recruit. Oh, thank you for the follow. 8, 16, 22. What do you need to actually do? One too far. 8. So we need to do. I adore this chapter. I think it's a really good setup. Good amount of challenge, some fun secondary objectives. You got the thief running around that will take out the villages if you don't get to them quickly. Very fun map. I wish I would stop doing that. There we go. Also, we get the sneak peek of my favorite character in the game on this map, so that'll be fun to when she pops up. You're 11, you're 13. Yeah, we'll give Ike the win here. Assuming sword doesn't adapt. we have the very comically statted Ike, where his resistance and defense are equal, which I'm scared, but ooh, Soren's a good pick. I love everything they did with Soren between this game and the follow-up. And the him and Ike paired stuff you can get in Radiant Dawn is so good, even if I'm real bad at getting it. I'd probably rank him as my 3rd or 4th in this game. I like so many characters in this game's cast, so it's hard for me to place them. Oh, okay. I was gonna give that one to Neph, but that's fine. Jill's my number 1. She is probably my favorite character in all of Fire Emblem. I adore the writing for her in this game and how she learns to be just better than what she was at the start with her Dayan teachings. Number 2 is usually a fight between Ike and Alencia. I like both of their storylines. I think they're fantastic. Kind of dual protagonists I'd put them as in this game, with Alencia learning how to kind of deal with the hardships of war, and Ike learning to become a leader is fantastic. And then Soren is usually my number 3. It depends on whether I'm feeling like it's a Ike Alencia tied for number 2, or whichever one I put above the other. Soren may get pushed down to 4, but he's still close. It's such a fantastic cast. And then we also have my personal bias for Neph, because I think she's real fun. She's probably my number 5. Do I think I'll need Void over there? Yeah, we'll use him to bring these Lancers down. The man himself, Baby Sephiroth. Boy, you have 1,000,000 health. I'm not too worried about you. Nice. Oscar's having a little trouble doubling early, so I'm glad to see he has kind of turned that around a bit. Got the queen herself. Always great. Ooh, she's getting close to a level up. Very nice. And Braum just gets to stand here and win. I do like that this map kind of gives a lot of the units that they just gave you a good chance to to shine, between Braum being able to tank most enemies on the map pretty effectively, Kieran having the option to grab the pole axe if you still have it, and bring it to bear against the horses up here. I think it's a really good incentive to use some of the new units. You gotta love Mordecai just standing there to tank. Oh, I'm so excited to use him. I've been using Leth a lot lately in runs, so bringing him for a change is gonna be fun. Any chance you can actually take these guys down? Yes, beautiful. Get Rolf some EXP. talk to Z-Heart. Oh, thank you for the follow. I love Z-Heart going like, yeah, well, just throw my weapon now. What? I ain't scared of this big tiger man. Give Z-Heart a little bit of loving, just because I really enjoy using him. I might not use him long term just because Stefan is really good when you need him, and then Ike kind of picks up when Stefan starts to fall off. You know, you're not wrong. I see it. Here. Do this. Oh, I didn't know they added him to Heroes. I haven't played in a very long time for that, so. That's awesome. Well, I wonder who his voice actor is in Heroes. Oh, thank you for the follow. Yep, this is Blood Runs Red. The game is for GameCube. There are secondary ways to play it if need be. You could potentially run it on the Dolphin emulator if you didn't have either a copy of the game or a working GameCube. But if you didn't hear that from me, in case Nintendo asks, they scare me. Bat him. Reese here. We will. Poleaxe isn't enough to finish him. Can you finish him with the hatchet? Yeah, you can finish him with the steel axe. Yeah, I kind of wanted to show off some of the map animations. I'll probably switch them off soon-ish. I know a lot of people haven't quite gotten to check out Path of Radiance. And I honestly think the map animations aren't terrible for what they were. For the time, I think they're actually decent. Since this was their first 3D game, I'll give them a fair bit of credit for that. I think Radiant Dawns are honestly really good. For you, we will take out this thief. Alright, what you got for me? Very nice. Always love to see more strength and skill on Titania. No damage for Oscar this late. It's pretty nice. That could be nicer, though. I'd appreciate him doubling something like that. Oh, Boyd's doubling a swordsman. Or Myrmidon, sorry. Oh, that's fair. I enjoy replaying this game a lot too, but I could definitely see some fatigue hitting in if you played in a ton in short order. It's actually the first time I've gone back to play it in, I think, 2 or 3 years. This one, actually. I'm a big fan of Path of Radiance. Oh, we got Adept on it. That did not matter. The classic was the art. Yeah, a switch port for this would be really nice. I'll move you over here. Heal Boyd up. Yeah, we're doing an Iron Man, and due to some very poor planning on my part, Mist went down early, in her join chapter, if we're being fully honest. So I have her as a secondary healer and also really good mage for this point. Ooh, Ike's fun in Smash too. I use him a lot, so I understand that. Pop you here. My favorite Tellius character is Jill. I think her character arc through this game with the side conversations and her supports are fantastic. We'll take out this archer. I especially like her supports with Leth, where you get to see Leth fully acerbic and Jill going like, oh, I'm a monster, huh? Lucina was pretty fun in Smash. I actually really liked playing as Corrin, despite me not liking them a ton in Fates, and really liking them in Warriors. Ike is my favorite lord in the franchise, so I feel you on that. Oh yeah, her and Har is just so fun. He's just such a tired, kind of dad-like character. It's really good. Man was the uncle who did not want to have to watch a kid. Ike's not a royal, but he is the lord of this game because you don't get to play as Alencia until very, very late. Hard agree on that. Fates is a real fun game to play through, but man, do I hate its world-building storyline. Most of how it plays with its characters. Like the fact that we don't even know what the world of Fates is called, so people just started calling it Fateslandia. You took a lot more damage from that than I thought. I'm not used to an Ike this squishy because I think he's only leveled up defense once. Have Mordecai online. Oh yeah, Marcia is one of my candidates for the best unit in the game. You're in good company, then. I enjoy Three Houses a ton. probably not going to leave this for Rolf. Oh, wait. Yeah. Conquest was alright, but man, is the story real dumb when one's like, I'm just not going to kill anyone, despite the gameplay being like, yeah, we absolutely bodied them. Yeah, Three Houses is rough to go back to if you did a long series of, if you went through them like I did with doing each each route one after another after another. Fear the Deer, best house. So I probably honestly should have just sent you the other way at this point. No chance you don't. I think that's your weakest weapon too, right? So let's just incentivize you to hit. Oh, that's cool. I unfortunately don't have any Fire Emblem tattoos yet, just my one Pokemon one of mine and on my shoulder. Probably should look into getting a Fire Emblem tattoo down the line. I love the franchise so much. Yeah, going back to the monastery between each, or doing like 3 sections of monastery between each chapter, it takes a lot out of you after you've done it a handful of times. I think we'll get there. Yeah, that's kind of why I always preferred Path of Radiance with its just very simple map for its between chapters, or sorry, not map, the base between chapter stuff. No map, you have to walk around or teleport around for me using anything after my first playthrough in Three Houses or Engage. Apologies, I'm just enjoying the, as goofy as I enjoy the Dayan theme with its big trumpets. Definitely. I cannot wait to use Jill again. My favorite unit to use in this game. My favorite Three Houses character is Hilda. Something about just the absolute brat was really fun when she is an absolute monster on the battlefield. Just kind of wound up vibing with her quite a bit. Poleaxe is probably the most reliable there. Very nice. Yeah, Felix was fun. Boy, I can read. Okay. Yeah, I always love the fact that Hilda is just the most disrespectful player in the game. Just absolutely bodies a man with a suplex and then just starts chanting her own name. I think we're good down there, so let's visit. Convoy, and then we have swords coming in down this way, so we can heal up Zhark. And then plug this with these two. Oh, nice. Any fun standout units, or just anything in particular that was particularly interesting in your run? Like a fun challenge or something? Where you going? I wasn't done bullying him. That's a good find. Oh, thank you for the follow. Yeah, Boyd in this run has been really reliable, which I am very thankful for. I don't think I've ever played bot. I'm not even going to try and say it. I know I'm going to butcher it and I'm going to feel bad. I don't think I've ever played that. I think that's the one with the light gimmick though, right? Oh, that sucks. I don't think I'd be able to beat the game with how often I use Neph. Any chance we can hand axe you? Yeah, we got 2 shots at 73. I'm willing to take that risk. I really thought he was going to miss that second one just to spite me, I'm not going to lie. We got a level 14 Kieran. Perfectly fine. We can pull him in with Titania. And then we can dogpile him with the Cavaliers. I think I'll leave that to Neph, actually. This is a English normal mode because I'm going to be doing a follow-up of this into a modded version of Radiant Dawn called Radiant Dawn Plus. And the standard difficulty for that one is normal mode, where they buffed most of the bosses to be more similar to hard mode bosses, but doesn't have some of the ridiculous stuff like no weapon triangle, which I was never a fan of. Get a sword in this one. I will need to clear those guys out before we beat the boss, just so that I don't get jump scared by the black. I think Radiant Dawn is a good game, but it is a very poorly balanced game. You're going to struggle through most of the first part because a lot of your units either aren't very good or are really good but don't gain a lot of experience. And then once you get to parts 2 and 3, your units are really good, but they don't get a lot of experience. And then when you go back to your part 1 units, they're even worse, because now you're fighting promoted enemies, and your units that didn't gain a lot of experience are competent, but not, like, insane. So it'll be varying periods of you being an absolutely untouchable monster, and then you being fighting for every advantage you can get. I like Path of Radiance better. I know a lot of people have complaints that it's very enemy phase heavy, where a lot of the late game is just setting your tanks and waiting for the enemy to come to you, which I think is a valid criticism. But I think this game is also easier, which I think is a little bit of a point in its favor, because it's a very good, in my opinion, jumping on point for the franchise. It has a very good story. It has fantastic characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think he only has a move of 6. But I don't want to risk it. Yeah, easy mode fixes a lot of the problems with Radiant Dawn. I haven't honestly done an easy mode playthrough in a very long time for it, though, so I cannot speak to it personally. Oh, thank you for the follow. Yeah, Mia in Radiant Dawn is considerably better than this game. She's not unusable in this game, but she's definitely one of the units that I wouldn't consider running if you're doing like one of the higher difficulties, like hard, or I think it's Maniac is the Japanese exclusive difficulty. 12 or 7. We can try it. Let you potentially draw one of them in. Why not? I honestly was expecting to have to use her Horde weapon. Oh, that's fair. I don't know how hard it is to find EU versions of a Radiant Dawn ROM. I've only ever worried about the English one because I actually originally dumped my Path of Radiance myself, which was a decision I made when I was younger. It was a pain in the butt, but it was fine. I also probably did it wrong because I was a dumb child, but Master Seal might be good for Reese. I don't remember when we get light magic in this game, but it might be nice to have him available for combat. I think I have done everything I can prepare for the spooky man. Oh, I didn't know they got taken down. Now it is just... Ooh, I think Reese has genuinely gotten more defense level ups than Ike has this playthrough. And that concerns me. And now we run like hell. Oh yeah, Nosferatu tanking is so fun. One of the best strategies in all of Awakening. Oscar, my boy, please. I want to use you. You might get... I might not have 5 paladins at the end of the game. It's gonna feel wrong. You can't reach. You potentially can. See if we can soften him up, give the victory here to Marcia. And we get a Braum level up out of it. Yeah, it's fine. I'm probably not using Braum long term this run. 20. You don't double, right? We'll just save some weapon uses and potentially taking a hit. We can just use Reese to heal up Oscar for the same effect. It is pretty funny. Horribly inefficient because, man, will you never do any damage. But it's funny. So interestingly, I know the mod I have for Radiant Dawn is Radiant Dawn Plus. It lets you attack normally with Lagoos. I wonder if it lets you do it with the staffs, because I know they can normally only counter-attack. Up. Then I'm actually gonna have Ike leave this one off because he's real close to leveling up. Void, you can be standing in there, because I don't think he's going to go for you over Ike. Some support bonuses in. And a healer up. Not what I meant to do. There we go. Alright, I want to start showing me some defense level ups. I can't complain too much about that. That's a very good one. But I'm getting very nervous for trying to beat this monster. Any chance you can do 7? Absolutely not. Slow and steady, Rolf. Slow and steady. Rolf's specialty is the chip damage. He's going to get some good work on the next 2 maps, though, with the Ravens that he picked off with him. Where he gets to deal a respectable amount of damage. Very good level up for Z-Hard. I think I want Oscar and Kieran getting the experience up here. Alright, what you got for me, Kieran? He's very consistent, I'll give him that. He's gotten strength on all 3 of his level ups. And heal here just to keep rescanning experience. He will give you a little bit more staff experience. And we'll bring Soren up, just in case we need to chip into this knight. I have a feeling these 2 might be able to do it, but Oscar's been kinda... yeah, he's kinda lacking in damage. You can do 10, you can do... 20, actually that's fine. I forgot, Kieran is a monster. We will feed this guy to Oscar. Anyone else need any healing? We can get to Braum. And then we can escape. Escape. Such a good theme. Ranulph, I respect you. You're not that guy here. Credits where it's due, though. Man did handle a crit from the Black Knight. Yeah, Ranulf is a strong candidate for the Wharf effect. He's really strong, but the main purpose of him being strong is to hype up the people he doesn't hurt. He's probably not going to do much of this game, but when we get to Radiant Dawn, he's going to be an absolute monster. Also, you got to respect his pragmatism. He's like, yeah, the Black Knight told us to go, we're going. Oh, thank you for the rose. I will not repeat myself. Yep, good. Up, we're going. You know, for as bad as Dain is, you gotta respect this guy specifically. He's like, yeah, you sold out your princess. You guys suck. Gifka, the coolest character, who winds up not doing a ton. I always loved his design, though. Dude's so cool looking. I honestly think it was just because Pegasus Knights only have 2 weapons that are typically known for, between the spear and the sword. And they'd already given you Marcia, who specialized in swords, and Marcia, who specializes in lances, and Tanith, who specializes in swords. So I think they wanted something fresh, but also like, man, at least they could have given her the A sword. So if you saved the Sonic sword, she could have used it. I think she starts with like D, so it's just not feasible to get her up to that. Unless you saved all of your arm scrolls, which I would rather use on units I'm going to have for more than 2 chapters. She makes a pretty good staff bot, though, with mobility flying. Yeah. Oh yeah, cutscenes in this game are fantastic. I think I've fully forged her a sword at one point and tried to have her, because this is before I actually paid attention to some of the dialogue, as I should have, when Ashnar's talking about his enchanted arm, like, Yeah, I'm sure that just means he has good defenses, not that he's immune to everything except for Ike and Blagoose Royal at the end of the game. Still hate that decision. So I had Alencia try and fight him once, and she was going to deal 0 damage twice. And this was a Alencia I had put heavy investment in. You can play this on an official GameCube, or you could, if you have a copy of it, but you don't have a GameCube, use the Dolphin emulator. Nintendo does not like it when people talk about it, but you didn't hear it from me if anyone asks. I'd also appreciate for the fact that despite Ashnard being just the crazy evil king kind of character, dude's genuinely kind of smart. He has competent generals that he works with and puts them in charge of things he doesn't want to deal with. Oh yeah, it's terrifying. If you have a copy of it that you have acquired, no. There is no official way to play it on an emulator, so I can't say too much on that because it's technically not legal. No worries. I'm just being extra cautious because Nintendo is very famously litigious about this stuff. They will take stuff down that talks about how to do it. Go. I love their dragon designs in this game. I wish I got more classic dragons in Fire Emblem. I don't mind the like Fates and Awakening dragons in short bursts, but when we got 2 back to back, it really hurt. So it was really fun to see them come back in 3 houses and very, very briefly engage. Yeah, could just put a GameCube emulator on official Nintendo hardware, and they'd make a killing with it. Oh yeah, Sacred Stones' dragon designs are also really good. I'm more talking about the people specifically the Lagoos or Manakee, I believe was the word that Awakening used. Yeah, Awakening and FE1. Man, I love this little character moment between Mist and Ike, who have never experienced the Lagoos before, and they're just like, yeah, no, I can understand the baseline of it, but man, it's still wrong. Yeah, it's a sequel to this game. You get every character except for one from this game is a returning character in Radiant Dawn, and he's still a character, he's just not a playable unit. And then they added in quite a few more. I think it's something like 20 new characters, so it's a huge roster. I personally like this one a little bit better. I think Radiant Dawn tends to have the more interesting maps and I think the 3 tiers of the classes is really cool. Nothing feels quite as cool as going 20-20-20 with one of the early game characters and making them an absolute monster in the late game. But I prefer this game's story. I think the characters get a lot more fleshed out in this one, which I think is a big help because unfortunately a lot of the new characters in Radiant Dawn don't get anywhere near as much time to shine as the ones in Path of Radiance. Oh, Radiant Dawn does also have better weapon tiering though, with every weapon having a lot more variety, which I think is really good. I'd still probably put Path of Radiance, but honestly, some of that might just be my own personal bias coming through, and that this is the first one I played. Ah, yes, unassuming green child, who I'm sure has no importance to the second game. I don't know about meta lineup, but I enjoy using Marcia and Jill, and usually Tanith as my flying core. Having, I think, all three of them gives you really good mobility options and can kind of get you anywhere you want to be on the battlefield. And usually between the three of them, there's never really like 3 archers or 3 wind mages that they can't easily deal with. Pardon me. And then I'll use usually 2 to 3 of the Cavaliers between Kieran, Oscar, Astrid, and Titania. This run I am forcing myself to use Makalov because I enjoy suffering. He's not a bad unit, I just hate his personality. And then I'll usually use either Soren and Ileana as my mages, or I'll use Soren and Reese and pick up either Khalil, or if I'm feeling really really investing, I'll do Tormod. And then I'll usually kind of fill the others with whoever was just kind of leveling well. Like usually Nephni's on my team. I've brought Braum and Taronio a couple of times. Rolf is sometimes there if I feel like doing the Three Brothers triangle attacks. They're fun. Usually him and Oscar are setting up for Boyd because Boyd gets the much more impactful damage. Boyd honestly usually winds up on the team quite a bit too. I use Stefan a lot. In terms of the Lagoos, I'll usually use either Leth or Mordecai. I don't really tend to use a lot of the late game Lagoos as often. Grayson's always on the team because dancers are great. Land big, ship small. I love Ike. Man's so sassy. Oh yeah, the amount of variety of dialogue in this game is absurd. With how if your certain characters go down, you'll get different dialogue, and it's so good. Man, I wish Zyhark and Ike had their own dedicated support. I feel like they'd be a really interesting pair of characters to talk to. I could see that. I think Three Houses hit the right blend for me, but I could definitely see how some people would feel like the chemistry's nice. I mostly miss these like info conversations and kind of like the meaner support conversations, if I'm being honest. Like, I miss when characters were genuinely just allowed to hate each other. Yeah, Three Houses' biggest crime will always be its map variety, because they have like, what, 20 maps total for the 3 paths? And that is a crime. Oof, rough level up. We'll give you a little bit more. See if we can get you to a pretty good strength, I was gonna say, but that's fine. It's fine. We're fine. I kind of want to pump up you a little bit more. We're going to save some for Jill and for Astrid after her. I'm going to spend a... Oof, these are rough level ups. Alright, bonus experience might be cursed currently. Counters kind of buns in this game. Miracle's also not great, so I might just sell both of them for some extra cash. You don't super need it in this game, but their proc percentages are real low, so... you are going to grab that. We have a Draco shield somewhere, right? Yes. We're going to give that to Ike. And hopefully that'll kickstart him leveling up some defense. We're gonna store you. We will be bringing Leth instead of Mordecai for this one, because I like the faster gauge on the bird map. You're not coming, because you are very weak and very squishy. I need a door key currently. You haven't gotten to steal those, right? No. The biggest downside for this game is I missed the gauges that the GBA games and Radiant Dawn have to see how close you are to leveling up your weapon skills. If/when we get an eventual port of this, please put that in. That'd be a big help. There is no light magic yet, right? No. I don't want to burn my 1 forge on it. What do I want to use my forge for? Could do a sword. I do like using Z-Heart, and even if I don't use him long term, I can swap it over to Stefan or Ike. We've done 2 lances, so that should be plenty. We've done an axe. Yeah, let's do a sword. Oops. We'll do a steel sword. Because they really like the extra damage. What's a good name for a sword for this? You got any suggestions, y'all? Lawn Dart, we had Hatchet, we had, in quotations, Punisher. There's not a bad option. Oh, I have an idea. Let's do the one sword that I really hope they put in this game, when they get a remake. What is? Whoops. There we go. color. Yeah, we'll make it look like lightning too. I think you have an earth affinity, yeah. So it's even funnier. Who says this game didn't have 11 sword? I did always like the world building of Kilvas and Phoenicus using their just absurd flying speeds as to carry merchant vessels. I think that's a really cool detail. I wanted to swap out, starting with Mordecai for Leth. We will swap Liana for Reese. Oscar, I think you're still probably the better bet. 11, but you have more active weapons. We'll bring Kira. Is that my bias showing? Absolutely. One of the ship. Shuffle you guys around like so, and go into the fight. Alright, so let's start by tucking the squishies in here. You can wrap around and limit access to where they can attack. I think I'm fine with that. We'll put you in here. Leave Zyhark roaming. Pull a goose later. I'll probably go for Ike if I had to guess. Yeah. I should probably swap him off the Regal Sword. Alright, pretty respectable damage. Bap him with the steel sword. Soren should be able to nuke him from there. Not quite. Man, this makes me really miss the 3 times effectiveness. That's probably... Never mind. Soren's got this. The biggest downside to Path of Radiance is how the effective weapons work. I'm usually playing Wednesday. I usually do like 1 to 3, but I got a late start this time, so we're doing instead like I want to say I started at 2, so we're probably going towards 4. And that's been fairly consistent since I started streaming. Before this, I was doing streams of a Awakening mod called Project Babes. think the only Wednesdays I really missed were like holidays. Oh yeah, I'm real excited to see what Radiant Dawn Plus brings to the table. I've been doing a sort of playthrough where I've been going through just to see what the changes are, but I've only gotten like 3 or 4 chapters in so far. All right, Z-Heart. Great Seraph Robe is always nice. Back to back. Great, that's beautiful. Alright, very strong chance Z-Heart winds up as the MVP of this map. Would really prefer any other 2 stats, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, there she is. The roughest of starts, but man, is the character arc fantastic. She's what Shinon could have been. Still only 10. You probably do 7? Oh, 12, not bad. So, I think one more swing from 8. No crit, so he'll be fine. Buddy, I need you to not miss. I need you to not miss high chances like that. Nice! Yeah, this is my favorite Fire Emblem game, so love seeing other people playing it. Any chance we can hit him with a hand axe for life? No. 11... Oh, Daybreak, I think? Daybreak or Daybreak, something like that. Honestly, really like that chapter. I like the kind of gauntlet it sets up. Can't reliably take him down with the iron bow, so we'll stick with the wall. I could have, in hindsight, forged him a bow to make him a little better, but he'll be fine. 59, not bad. Yeah, we'll give this one to Kieran. This is just a normal mode playthrough. I'm going to be going after... This is an Iron Man that's going to be going on into Radiant Dawn, but it's a modded version called Radiant Dawn Plus, where they said it was going to be not a substantial amount more difficult, but definitely more difficult bosses than in the base Radiant Dawn game, so I wanted to go for something a little less punishing. Hard mode for this game is not too much different from a normal mode playthrough. Mostly it's, you gotta hope for some good RNG on certain units, like you want a good Marcia, you want a good Jill, you want probably 2 good Cavaliers. But outside of that, it's still pretty beatable in most regards. It is not as significant as a jump as like Awakening hard mode, where they just decide to say, you don't get to have fun anymore. Or God forbid you go into Lunatic or Lunatic Plus. Nice. Appreciate the lurking. And set up a really good defensive circle right up here. Left is going to be transformed soon without having done much, but that's fine. I mostly brought her as a backup combat unit here. Really? Even with... Oh, he probably doubles the Iron Blade too. That's why I forgot to switch him to Steel Sword. I should be able to set up for Jill with that, though, which is going to be nice. And then we got Seeker coming in soon. Oh, we get a level up for Soren out of it, too. Well, I'll take it. Pretty decent. More magic is always nice on him. 66. She'll only take 4 in retaliation. Because the Lagoose Guard does not get factored. And she crit. Very nice. Secret book is nice. I think I have anyone who's particularly low on skill right now. Maybe Kieran Avoid might not be a bad call for it. We will move here. People shuffling around so that I have a very good defensive position. Room to move my healer around. Oops. Oh, I keep forgetting to swap him off the Iron Blade. Oh well, let's give him Reese something to do every turn. You... I think I want Soren to get the first hit on you, so we'll pop him there. And weaken him enough for Rolf to finish him. HP, we got a really solid Reese. I'm all for it. There. 84% I'm willing to go for. We got a Rolf level up. Come on, strength and speed. He got one of them. Holding the torch sword. You will most likely go for Jill, which I'm fine. we can add it. Shouldn't be enough to send him into... Oh, never mind. We missed it. He will be attacking Ike. 15 versus 17. So he won't double. You're not... You're way down by 3. 21 times 2 is 42 minus 18. Ike will survive even if he doubles. He'll come on and hit. You should get Jill her first level up. Oh, that feels bad. That feels real bad. Nothing level up on Jill's first level is not what I wanted to see. Yeah, it's not the first one to run. 2 is the worst part. Okay, he didn't double and Ike deals solid damage. I might feed this one to Ike. He's close-ish to promotion, but I'd like him to be a little closer. Yeah, if I weren't Iron Manning this, I might have restarted just because of how we've had some rough level ups. We have an Ike who currently, up until I used a Draco Shield on him, had equal resistance and defense, which was neat, would be neat, if they weren't both 7. So, and bat him with the Iron Bow. Crossbow's more reliable, so we'll go with that. I have heard that, but honestly, I've played through this game quite a few times, and like, I feel like I can usually reliably expect how people are going to level up. Like, I've had Reese here, who is far and away the best one I've ever had. He's got multiple speed and defense level ups, which was very odd for me. They have a very consistent Void. Z-Hark's only been here for a chapter or two, so I'm not going to stand on that, but yeah. It's been interesting. I'm not mad about it. We'll go for the 99. Go for the... Give them the 1%. Oh no. 2's level ups where you're lucky if you get HP. Yeah, we have gotten so many resistance level ups on Ike, which I wouldn't be mad about if he was getting even half as many defenses. Yeah, Ike has had some fantastic level ups, but he's missing one key stat. Oh yeah, Ike is real fun to use and engage. Yeah, Ike might be making a strong case for all of the defense boosters in the game, and maybe 1 or 2 of the health boosters. I can't speak to Thracia because I haven't actually beaten it yet. But Radiant Dawn's real fun. Ah, that's fair. Oh, thank you for the follow. Man, I really like Hearth's theme. Really? I had not heard of a Wii doing that, but unfortunate. It's a real fun game. Man, I love these CGs. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I think also there's considerably more dialogue between chapters in this game. Like a lot more characters actually get to weigh in on the events that are happening. Whereas in the second game, it's pretty much just like Soren, Titania, Micaiah, Peleus gets a lot, and so. And then when you're with the Crimean Royal Knights, everyone gets a little bit, but there's only like 8 of them. Oh, that's fair. I know a lot of people haven't gotten to experience this game, so I'm kind of not reading it myself as we're going through, but leaving it up for a while for people to check it out. This game has a really good story, and I'd hate for people to miss it just because it's real hard to get a hold of. Ooh, that's fair. This would be my pick for my favorite. I'd also probably rank it as my pick for the best, just because it's. I feel like it doesn't lose itself in the details, but it gives you enough details to be interesting. It gives you enough branching information from the main story to build out the world, while also keeping a relatively good focus on your quest to save Crimea from Dayan. Also helps that all the characters are real fun except for Makalov. Oh yeah, I think in terms of world building, this one, I don't think any game in the Fire Emblem franchise matches Tellius. Yeah, I also probably shouldn't try to speak for Thracia and Genealogy because I haven't beaten them, but of all the ones I've played, I think Talia stands at the top. Oh yeah, Genealogy with the Echoes treatment would be so good because I I've tried to beat Genealogy in Thracia. I'll get like 2 or 3 chapters in, be like, okay, I'm good. I'm gonna take a break, and then I won't go back to it because I'll be like, I know I'm gonna sit there for a long time thinking about thinking about how long it's gonna take. I think I'll go through the base for this map, and then I think I will stop it there because we're getting pretty close to 4. I was like that with these, especially the George and Daniel ones. They'll give you a little bit of advice for interesting map gimmicks coming up, like this one here where they're talking about essentially the map that you're going to be fighting on next. George and Daniel out here playing Warhammer. Like, having none of Amy will always be funny. The start of a very good character. The beginning of the Three Brothers Triangle attack. Man, we haven't had a triangle attack in a while. I just realized. We'll continue the Titania re-support. If you have basically if you have them all at bow range in a similar method to the triangle attack, it's a guaranteed crit. Where you'd have to be in like that weird T formation essentially. But because they all can use bows, all three of them will use a ranged attack for it. Thank y'all for tuning in. Sorry this was kind of a shorter stream, but we'll be back around on next Wednesday. Probably closer to 1 o'clock. I hope to see y'all there. Oh, thank you for the follow. But thanks for stopping in.